Hello everyone and welcome back to another Impossible Bots challenge, and this time we're playing Impossible Bots, except they are 3 times as difficult. We were able to sneak by in the 2 times as difficult, but the 3 times, I'm not totally sure, so let's jump in. The one thing I'm kind of considering is that I'm kind of wondering if I potentially might need to stall out like certain zones, basically get 2 bots that are similar sizes, basically just try to use them to drain each other's troops. And I do actually wonder too if the fact that all of the Impossible Bots are basically having the same number of troops, if I might actually have a similar amount of time. I don't know how the RNG will play out, so Papua New Guinea's gone, so I'm gonna head down here. I cannot be fighting that bot, and we're just going to try to basically go for lowest density options at first. So before we send our Antarctica boat, we do want to get a little bit more land here, so we're just pushing this down. We do not want to be boated by any of these people here, so we probably have a little bit less land than our 2 times difficulty run. We cannot be basically wasting our troops, because time is going to be the really important resource here. I'm going to have North Sea Empire go for them too, just because I'm going to have some more troops, and I think their density is going way down. I'm starting to think, though, if I need to get the boat going to Iroquois Confederacy, that could be a concern that we do want to take that out, unless we're going to go for a different strategy this game, which is completely possible that going for Asia might make sense. We might actually be a lot better off. Iroquois Confederacy, where are they on the leaderboards? They're actually really close to us, and I think we do need to hit them, basically. I need to be starting on my next zone, and once Iroquois Confederacy basically runs out of options here, I'm not going to have the opportunity to pick them off if I'm going to run my same strategy. They might be getting this before we can stop them, so we might have a fight. They're hitting something with such low density that we probably needed to be down here sooner. Iroquois Confederacy is pretty much staying on par with us. Oh, what is this? Is this Iroquois Confederacy? They might have actually made their way up here, which could be a blessing in disguise if that is them. I think it is Iroquois Confederacy. So it's not totally done, but it looks like Wadai Empire is going to come out of this zone. I'm actually going to boat right here just so that I don't cut off Iroquois Confederacy. I am going to have a bit of a challenge this game, I think, just because I'm a little slower, and I gotta make sure that this is probably a boat from the Crown, and I cannot allow that over here. I think we're gonna have to start thinking about hitting the Crown. It's looking not so good. I think we might have a bit of a balancing act. For us to come out with the W again, we're probably gonna have to drain Bani Khalid Emirate. Let's just see how much time I have, because I might try to actually hit Bani Khalid Emirate, because if I can get in a little bit of damage, that could be really, really excellent on my part. So I'm starting to hit that red interest. So just because of this, I think I'm going to have to pivot and change my decision. Oh no, I've been voted by Wadai Empire. That is actually really not good. So I have to sack that. I can't defend that. It might buy this other kingdom person a little bit more time. I think that might be an L, because I can't allow them to get over here. Like, that is exactly what I can't allow. And I need Bani Khalid Emirate basically to be hitting this like right now. And I just gotta think, what can I do at this point in time? Because I need some more land, so I do need to sink some troops into this, and I do need to keep an eye out for boats, even though Bani Khalid Emirate still has some basically options right here. And I do actually need to keep on sinking troops into them, even if I balance this correctly, because I think I might have needed Antarctica to have a shot at this. If I have half the troops, I just don't think it's gonna work. All right, so I'm actually gonna call this one. I think that we were a little too slow, so we're gonna try again, and we're gonna pick it up from basically where we left off in Antarctica and make sure we do better boat defense this time. All right, everyone, so welcome back. We are in a little bit different of a situation this time, that we were a little bit slower, and now what we have going on is that we have a dynamic of we kind of have almost split here in Africa and Asia. I don't know if it's possible if I can take out Oceanic League. Even Beni Khalid Emirate has taken this part of Antarctica. Europe and Asia are stalled. If I can boat defense this area, I'm not sure if I can take out Beni Khalid Emirate, but I'm going to try. So I am concerned about essentially Pomerania running away with this game because Wade Empire is just going to be stuck in the middle. I'm going to need to start banking boats outside my border to basically try to run through this dude. Beni Khalid Emirate is getting pushed off. So we're just banking boats here. And how much do we have here? Not even sure. This actually looks pretty bad. So we're going to try to do this. Basically slow down Pomerania a little bit. It's kind of looking like a drawn game. We're probably going to have to do something really weird because we need to keep Beni Khalid very close to Pomerania. It might just be over. My only kind of thought, taking off pieces of the biggest player very slowly. Like, that is my only plan. And the goal is to get Beni Khalid the crown. And from there, my plan is to basically try to take Greenland. So it might be this bizarre finesse game. And it's getting a little closer. So I think we've stabilized things, actually. If we are going to do this effectively, we're probably going to need to time it. So we've got them, what I think is essentially drawn. I should be taking out pieces of land, going with the smaller ones first. So here comes Madagascar. We're gonna see if we can grab that. They are actually boating us. That is interesting. Wow, is Beni Khalid like throwing the game with like trying to weirdly boat us? That is like bizarre if that is actually the case. So that's what I think this is, because they sent off like 4 boats and Pomerania is now winning. We have to sink some troops into Pomerania right now to keep this game going. Oh no, we just lost. We just lost. Crap. So that's another screw up. I guess we'll try this one more time. All right, everyone. So this round, I actually have another thought. I may be overcomplicating this. I might not need to do this weird boating strategy, that I might actually have just better prospects going straight to Asia. So as you can see, basically I got crowned early and I was just looking around at the leaderboard thinking, I'm not that far behind some of these bots here in Asia. And maybe this whole plot of going for Australia, I'm just hitting bots that have higher density. So it might not actually be the play. Like, for example, this guy right here, they are sitting in 3rd place and they have absolute garbage density. And we have more troops than pretty much everyone because we were able to grab all these islands. Since the bots can't do that with that kind of targeting, maybe you can just get crowd. You eventually get up to cap and then you have to go and basically find a low troop bot and go from there. I actually think this might be way easier than I thought. And I'm wondering too, if my first round at this, when they had twice as many troops, if this is just what you needed to do. I don't know. Because this actually looks pretty good. It's not necessarily like I'm going to snowball it kind of like on just normal impossible difficulty. I don't think it's like, oh yeah, this is basically just attack for a minute or two and then everything else works it out. I think I am going to have to use a little bit of logic. I don't want to be targeted by anyone, so I still have to think about efficiency and such. Who is the lowest density player here? And I'm sitting in 3rd place, so let's check out where the other leads are. Antarctica, that's fine, that doesn't matter. In Africa, they look pretty far ahead. They're actually pretty on par with me. And I might even go Australia right here because I'm betting that some of these bots down here actually aren't in that good of shape relative to Asia. And that's the whole thing with using prospects. So it honestly is gonna be so funny if you don't have to have this insane meta of like picking people off, stealing part of Greenland, and then getting this part of Canada just to even have a slight opportunity at winning. You just need to actually take over Indonesia, take over Japan, and play it normal. I do think that if I get Australia, I might catch up just a little more, and that might give me a little bit of a shot to get closer to crown. Because if I get to essentially approaching endgame with crown, I should be good, because essentially what will happen is in 3-way split with Wade Empire and the other bot that's in there, Wade Empire will attack the weaker bot and the weaker bot should attack them. And we actually are going to hit Wade a little bit sooner before we get down to 3. We want to make sure that they are a little bit lower. And one of the things we do have to think about with Funan, they're going to start running out of options pretty soon. We're gonna boat over there to Socotra, and I'm gonna hit Funan just really quick. And actually, this Muscat and Oman bot is actually in a great position to slow down Wade Empire because they are sending out some attacks on them. So that is really good, and we get crowd. Wow, that is honestly so funny. I thought this was gonna be way more difficult. So I'm actually just gonna send in some hits on Wade Empire, just try to sink them down a little bit while we do have some other options on the map for these other bots to basically infight between themselves. All right, and this is so funny because now that I have crowd, I honestly think this is like, we kind of know how this is going to end. There's not really anything that, well, actually, there is probably something we could do to screw this up. I think we could over attack. Actually, I think that's pretty much the only thing. And basically, we just got to make sure that no one's attacking us. And given that we're already this far ahead. So yeah, that's actually so funny that the first game that we played was like this crazy comeback, and that this game, it's just the most straightforward thing ever. Get your zone, attack Asia, and GG. So anyways, I'm just gonna montage the rest of this. So thanks for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I guess we're gonna have to keep on upping the difficulty on impossible bots. Let me know in the comments if you have any ideas on what you think I should do. So I guess we'll see what comes from there. So thanks for watching, everyone.